Welcome everyone to the Existential podcast. I'm your host, Jonas. I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Hunter and Jeremiah. Today we're going to be talking about dreams. How you guys doing today?
Feeling really sour right now, man. You know? feeling sour. Yeah,
I'm like Malik acid right
Alicast.
That's
now.
crazy.
Nice thing.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm feeling kind of numb.
Numb to what, Jonas?
Yeah.
Further explain.
you know. Um. This time because we're talking about dreams, and dreams are a real phenomenon, a real thing. There's no like scenarios here. We're just gonna talk about all kinds of stuff about dreams. The first one is pretty simple. The first few, I should say, are simple. It's a who, what, where, and why type deal. What are dreams, or what are your guys' perception of dreams to you?
Question, huh?
Yep.
Jump off the deep end with this one, huh?
While you think, I got like a quick, just like off the rip idea.
Yep.
I think what my brain would think it to be is your brain like releasing endorphin, which create like visual stimuli
Yep.
in the dream, and it makes like have scenarios play out in your head. That's why I think like dreams are kind of, they are very random. Like
Right.
there are people that like, what do you call that? Like where they like visualize something, like they think about it and then it happens in the dream. What is that called?
Yep.
Lucid dreaming. There are some people that do that, but like I think the percentage of people that do that are very low. So I think it's just something that your brain does with like extra endorphins. I don't know why it would happen, but that's kind of my quick assumption. Your brain.
Yeah. It's thoughts projected during unconsciousness is the not technically scientific thing, because nobody knows why or what dreams actually are. We're just all assumption. But yeah, the scientific thought of it is that it's just whatever you're thinking projected while you're unconscious.
Mhm.
And the unconsciousness is a very specific thing because you can dream while still awake. It doesn't have to be while you're sleeping. No.
Yeah. I think when you dream, I feel like it pulls a lot of from your subconscious because there was a time where I was going to the dentist, like I think it was like a few years ago or whatever. Um, I had to get a root canal, and I remember like before going to the dentist and a little bit after, I kept having dreams about like my teeth, like I'm biting some of my teeth all just shatter, like they're just shattering like that. So I think it pulls from like your subconscious. Um, a part of me wants to get a little bit creative and say like Hunter said a little bit where like it plays scenarios in your head, but I also feel like it could possibly even like tell like also like either see into a different like timeline or a dimension or even see into the future. Because I swear to not, I feel like I like a situation would happen and it'll be deja vu. I'm like, I feel like I had a dream about this. Like, with dreams, you remember it and then like you wake up and the longer you stay awake, the more you forget that dream unless you write it down or whatever. But like there's times where that's happened. And the one that just recently happened was I was at that rail yard at Brooklyn or whatever, getting a trailer and my team driver or whatever grabbed like a little metal I don't know what it was. It's like a metal like piece that tipped from a trailer. I think it was like part of the locking mechanism or whatever. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna use this as a knife or whatever." Like I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna polish it up and just shave this little edge down so it's sharp and I can cut this or anything." And I shit you not, when he lifted up and showed me, I was like, I could have sworn I seen this in a dream or something because I had crazy deja vu. Never met the dude. Never seen him. I've seen him before, but I've never like met him in that yard.
Yeah.
Talk like
Never
that's
interact with
first
them.
first time ever doing that. So I don't know. It's just I don't think it was anything like that, but maybe I had a dream where I was at a rail yard and someone did that or something similar happened, and my brain just put that together, and I had the deja vu. But I don't know. I thought it was interesting. I was like, man, what if it was like some of your dreams are like you looking into the future, looking to another person, another used timeline or whatever. Like you're
Right.
seeing through their eyes, like that. Or,
That's what that made me think of. Like, do you think like the deja vu that you're getting? Do you think it's like you seeing the future, or do you think it's you seeing like the odds, another universe? Let's
mm,
just say like a multiverse type of deal. Like you're seeing something happening in the multiverse where like it takes still somehow leads to that one path, and you just see it ahead of time.
I
Like,
don't, I don't know. It's hard because from what I understand, time is kind of like relative, right? So who knows if
Yeah, it's just a construct.
yeah, like who knows if when all this shit goes away, like or the whole universe or whatever gets eaten by a black hole, that we won't just respawn again, like kind of like reincarnation, where like the same shit happens again, but like maybe a different.
like like kind of like a sound wave where like it goes up, goes down, and then closes, and that's where another quote unquote big bang happens, and then it expands again, and then everything restarts.
Yeah, then yeah, everything restarts, and then we go through the same journey or a similar, billions and billions, infinite number of times, to
Right.
where maybe I don't know, yeah, maybe you are reliving
The
something you've
same
already
time.
done, or you are connecting with someone else in a different time or in like a different universe that you share the same like I don't know wavelength or brain activity or brain like wavelength or whatever.
Right.
Um, I don't know, that to me that would be pretty cool. You know,
Yeah. Um, I guess we kind of already answered this, or you guys did. Why do we dream? Obviously, there's no like
Mm,
true answer, but
I
or
like
wrong answer. I should
Jeremiah said, it's probably just
say.
your subconscious, the stuff that you don't think about that your brain holds.
Yeah.
I think like um the best like the best way I can like sum this up is I'll just bring up a real dream I had from when I was a kid. It's the most vivid dream I ever had, and I still remember it. You guys remember when we had those race car beds?
Oh
You
yeah.
had the blue one, I
Yeah.
had the red one.
oh
Yep.
Yours was against the wall, and mine was kind of near the middle.
Yep.
We slept with the door closed, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
In my dream, I this giant, we'll just say Slenderman type deal, skinny, tall, arms long as shit, fucking comes into the room, grabs me by the ankle, drags me down the stairs into the front door. I get to the front door, I wake up. I'm in the bed. Guess what? Door's wide open. When I went to sleep, I know the door was closed.
mm,
I know Jonas didn't get up because I wasn't like a heavy sleeper, but I was like enough to where if he moved, like got up, I would wake up. And I like it felt so real. Like I felt me fall off. I felt me go down the stairs. I heard the door. The front door kind of has like a squeak, especially before we had our renovations.
Yeah.
It had this pretty bad squeak. Squeak. The stairs look the exact same, and I haven't forgot the dream, and I think about it a lot. Like, and I think, is that something that actually did happen? Not to me, but like to me, like at a different time,
mm,
a different place. Like, and I just think about it. Why would I have that? I
yeah,
was 5 or 6. Why would a 6-year-old have it? I didn't watch scary movies at that time. My mom didn't allow me to. Then again, she wasn't like she was always working, but like I never watched anything. Like Slenderman wasn't a thing. But this giant, lengthy motherfucker dragged me out of my fucking
mhm.
room. Like,
I wonder if it was like maybe this is all like I'm kind of being creative here, but what if it was like your other version that you saw? That's how he interpreted what was grabbed. Like it could have been like let's say a robber or something like that, or like
mhm,
someone trying to abduct you, and he just saw it like this person as like this long length thing,
yeah,
and therefore kind of projected to what you were seeing. That makes-
yeah. I get what you're saying. Like, it's not actually what it was, but it's what my brain can
Yeah,
comprehend.
yeah, what your brain
So,
comprehend of what you saw.
Or interpret it.
yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
like it's something that isn't something my brain could think of. So it just relates it to the closest thing,
Mm,
like that. Like it's
yeah,
close to human.
yeah,
So that's what interesting thought.
Yeah. The scientists think that it's used or that we dream to consolidate memory, process different emotions,
Mm.
and to practice for dangerous situations,
Fuck, I wonder.
which is crazy.
That's dangerous situations. That's pretty close to one, but I wonder what a fucking emotion that could. Getting
Oh, dude.
abducted.
Yeah, well, shit. Yeah, there's all kinds of fucking
I mean, I will say,
emotions in that.
our mom always put the fear of God in us about people abducting.
Oh,
That's one thing she did do, so I could say that's possible. That's what my brain kind of took it as, like, this could happen, or the crazy.
No, see, I am so fucked. This episode might be kind of long because I'm so excited because you guys have already been talking
I'm
about
so
this shit.
excited.
He's fucking shaking.
Yeah, I'm like, this is. They're already talking about it. I haven't even said it yet.
He's rock solid.
So-
He's brick.
So I said, what if dreams were actually just you changing channels on your life in different universes? And whenever you wake up, it's the law of dreams, and it's seamlessly transferring you back into your original universe.
Like you're saying, like,
So you have a dream like of you being abducted by a Slenderman was actually you going to a different universe and that actually happening.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, like I said, it's a wild thought to think about. Like,
What the fuck?
like to think like that. We'll just say might have actually happened is wild, because we said Slenderman because that's what
Well,
the
we
way I
know.
described it to you
Mhm.
is the way I could only imagine. That's the closest thing I could ever see it to. Like, Until Dawn, like, it was like the Wendigo
Yeah.
character. It was kind of like that, but it was taller and it like had a torso. It didn't have
It
like
was
that really.
Siren Head.
Yeah, but like it makes you think, like, if that like actually did happen in a universe, what else would happen? Like, what else has happened? Right?
Yeah, that you don't know about 'cause you haven't dreamt about it
Yeah.
since. Yeah, it's crazy to think of the. I guess it's like unfathomable because it's infinite, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about dreams being like multiverse type deal?
Oh, fucking kind of cool, but I don't know. I don't know. It would be like it's hard to like kind of think about if every time you dreamt or whatever and you had a dream,
He's trying to escape.
The lizard's trying to get out.
every time you dreamt and like had a dream and it was really like you're switching the channel and you go into a different universe, but then when you wake up, you always return back.
What if you don't? What if you end up like? What if it gets like in the transition going back to your original universe? It gets messed up, and that's why the Mandela effect exists or Mandela effect exists.
And what if Hunter came back in a different like well in like the same body but like in a different universe?
Well,
where
yeah.
what was open?
Essentially, you would be the same body every time,
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
mean-
different time universe.
it's fucked up.
Thinking about it like the Mandela effect, I do think that dream did have like an effect on, like,
Oh
literally.
yeah, for sure.
Because I like, dude, I feel like he's learning how to open the glass.
No, it's locked. He can't get
Okay,
out.
cool.
Don't worry.
But like, I think it did have an effect on me on how I view like the world around me when I was a child. I think, like, and the fact that it could have an effect on you like that, where like I still don't like dark, like where I can't see them. 17 years older now, I still hate dark spaces. Like my closet, I can't sleep with my closet open because if I look into it too long, I start to see an outline of a person.
Yeah.
And I don't, if I'm being serious, I don't think it's an actual fucking person in there. It's not a fucking ghost.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's my
you-
brain telling me, you don't know what's in there, so we're going to tell you it's something dangerous.
Yeah, it's you're going switching to protective mode.
Yeah.
Like,
And I think that's what my brain's doing. So I think in dreams, that, like it training you for dangerous situations, I think it's kind of the same concept. Where
Yeah.
you don't understand it, so it fills in the gaps with things to do.
Yeah, because your brain does not like unpredictability. That's why existential crisis exists because you can
Shout
not
out the name of the
if you can't
podcast.
if you can't fathom it, your brain just shuts down. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like dreams for me when I was it 16? I'm almost positive that was the first time I had my first colonoscopy was when I was 16.
Jeez.
We're getting deep.
Okay.
Just like the colonoscopy.
Just like his ass.
I remember the doctor telling me I was only gonna live to 35. Like that's my projected age. And I'm like, I'm 16 years old now.
I'm looking at his ass.
I'm 16 years old now. I've
crazy.
basically lived half my life according to this doctor.
Mhm.
And I started dreaming about like, I need to do something fast because my life is going to end soon. So I had started dreaming about like being successful, making a bunch of money, doing what I want. And it has like stayed with me. I just like constantly have dreams of being successful because I'm like, my time is running out right now.
Right.
What was I gonna say? And the thought of it being different universes, I feel like some of them I have just been returning to the same universe because it's the same situation.
Like you're going back to the same.
Yeah, I'm going back
Like,
to
but
the
it's
same.
just like a continuation.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a lot of what I had thought about it being different, like multiverse type deal.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, man, there's got to be some reason why I keep having this dream and why
Yeah.
it's a continuation of the dream. It's not just a repeat of the same thing. Oh shoot, there's other dreams, like other real life dreams. A few years ago when I was hauling cars to Bend, it was like, oh shoot, what time was it? It was like 10 o'clock at night or 11 o'clock at night. Pitch black. It was -3 or 4 degrees where we were, which was somewhere on high by Shannico, Highway 97. And there was just a regular dry van semi truck in front of me. It was me behind him, and then there was like 5 or 6 other dry vans behind us. And the road looks totally clear, and when it's that cold and it looks dry, generally the road's really sticky, so you don't have to run chains or anything. And plus, chains when you can see like active road are useless anyways. We had gone around a bend that connects with a different highway. I think it's like Highway 197 or something like that. And I remember seeing the truck in front of me start to like drift, like turn all the way sideways.
Like, yeah.
And I was like, this guy's going to crash. We're on black ice right now and we're going 35 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So I had started to preemptively slow down because I'm like, I don't want to hit this guy, especially when I've got fucking $700,000 or $800,000 worth of cars on me right now.
Oh yeah.
But I started to slow down. The people behind me started to slow down. And while this is happening, this guy's still drifting. Like he would drift to the other side, try to correct it.
Yeah.
And it was like banked.
Oh.
So he started sliding down. I was like, oh, this is about to get really ugly really fast.
Yeah.
He had drifted the other way a little bit after that. And then I could see in the distance a semi coming from the other way. I'm like, oh, fuck. This is about to get really bad. Like way worse than I had thought.
Yeah.
Because
another variable.
Because I had started to there's another variable, but I had started to slide from braking because now we're on the black ice that's so freaking
deadly, unpredictable,
and plus
uncontrollable.
You can't see it, and I'm like, I don't know if the people behind me are stopping or not.
Yeah.
And I remember literally the moment this guy caught traction, the other semi truck almost head on collision. Like it was like a super close, and my heart dropped. I was like, we're all gonna crash into each other,
and it's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, and I have a car on top of. I have a truck on top of me.
Yeah, like not just like a Ranger. Like
I have a 7,000-pound Duramax, like 3,500 above me.
Yeah.
And like after that night, I remember that guy had like pulled over once we got into town. I was like, that guy's shitting himself. But like after that, I had just like that whole sequence was just on repeat. I could not stop dreaming about that because I was like, what the fuck would have happened?
Yeah.
What the fuck would have happened if we did crash?
Right.
And it's wild what like real life things can do in dreams, like how it can affect dreams, and then what you can learn from that.
Yeah. That kind of makes me think of like, do you guys ever watch New School? Where it's like the big screen and they're like switching channels?
Yeah.
And then there's like one channel where it's like constant, like it's the same thing that happens. I think they showed it, but like that's what it makes me think of. Is it? Do you think it's like your brain is choosing the channels?
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Yeah, I
okay,
don't think you have unless you do, like, lucid dreaming type
right,
deal, I
right.
don't think you have control
Like you
over
don't
what
think
you
it's like something like, let's just say interdimensional, changing the channels for you. You think it's your brain,
Yeah, oh, well, I guess it could be.
right?
Yeah, what if it was, like, your brain being like, "Hey, man, I think you should check out, this version of you in this universe."
Yeah. See
Eh
how worse this could have,
yeah.
and then
That'd be
that
pretty
makes
cool.
maybe that's your brain just trying to reinstall that what you were doing is dangerous, and we probably shouldn't do it
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
again.
Yeah, I think about that with fuel. Well, now that I haul
Yeah,
fuel,
yeah.
I'm like, "Dude, if I crash, it's just instant death."
Do you have dreams about fuel now, like crashing like the fuel tanker
You
and
just
shit,
explode,
Uh,
or like
well,
an incident, or like you
some crashing
stopping?
stuff, it's mainly, like, being at a station, dropping fuel,
and it
and somebody driving over the hoses while they're, like, leaking fuel
uh,
on their hot exhaust, and then it ignites the whole station.
uh,
Because, like, liquid gasoline doesn't ignite, right? It's the fumes.
Yeah,
yeah,
Well, when you're pumping 350, 450 gallons a minute into the
a
ground,
lot of fumes coming
there's
out.
so many fumes coming out so rapidly. And even though you have hoses to make it airtight, airtight can only go so long or so far. And if somebody runs it over and it comes out of the ground,
Yeah,
yeah, now it's spraying everywhere.
yeah.
I'm not killing or that guy's not just killing me and him.
He's killing everyone else at
We're
the fuel
killing
station.
everyone in a giant radius because
Yeah.
an entire gas station's about to explode.
yeah.
Would the tanks in the ground explode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once
Oh,
the
so you're
once the flame
it's a
got
bomb. It's a bomb.
It's underground
yeah
bomb.
once the flame got to the vapor to go into the ground,
Oh, then
it would the fuel would just constantly send vapor and it would just forever go.
yeah. Like what are those? Get furnaces
Yeah. Yeah.
where it pulls air in, and that's how it creates fire. But then it pushes the flames out, which pulls more air in, and then continues.
Yeah.
What's up?
I had a dream like that with the when I crashed the truck.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I had dreams about that.
I
Do
forgot
you remember that,
I forgot you crashed that. Oh shit.
dude? That sidewalk is always busy. There's a bus stop right there. And that day I happened to crash, there's nobody.
And dude, you know what's so crazy is I remember eating macaroni and cheese and telling you not to get into a crash.
You did.
And then
And
literally
then I called you. I said I crashed the
fucking
truck.
5 minutes later, he calls me, "Hey, I got into a crash," and I said, "No fucking
He
way."
said, "No, you fucking didn't." I said, "I did." I said, "I crashed into a fence." I said, "The truck's fucked up."
The truck's fucked up.
I was concussed. Seriously concussed. I knocked myself out. My mom told me to tell the ambulance to go. And she told them, she consented to them leaving. I should have gone to hospital. Either way. I remember that. And
Fucking blue
I
truck,
had
baby.
dreams about going up the curb and there was like people.
Mhm.
And I hit the people.
Yeah.
And they're gone. Because
Dude,
I'm in a 6,000-pound steel fucking 87 square body coming at you at, I think I was going about 30. When I fucking,
yeah, and the
when I
fucking
fucking
posse
go-
locked up,
yeah,
dude.
and the
Yeah.
fucking posse locked up and it whipped my ass around and I couldn't stop it. I had my
Oh.
license for 6 days, by the way.
You what?
I had my license for 6 days.
Oh my bad. I think you lost your license for 6
No,
days.
he had his license.
I had my license.
I was gonna say, like, if you, let's say there were kids there or whatever, would you be held like liable for that and like you go to prison
yeah.
or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I would- well, yeah.
manslaughter.
Yeah. Vehicle.
But manslaughter though, that only
That's unintentional.
but only that only you only get charged with that if you've been found like not liable. What is it called?
It's if you killed him.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like, don't you only get like actually like convicted or charged or punished for it if like you're found to, I forgot what the word is. Negligence, yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you're like if
They
a
would have
freak act-
they would have considered me negligent because I did it to make a blinking yellow. I went faster than I should have. I turned faster than I should have
In the rain.
in the rain with my license for 6 days.
try to be like a car or something, or
That's practically what I tried to do. That's practically what I tried to do. I was like, I didn't.
taking a whole group of kids.
I was trying to get. I was trying to get to school, back to school from lunch, and there's this Tacoma, and he was like,
juicing it.
it was like he sped up on purpose when I made it, and he wasn't like. If I had just gone regular speed, I probably would have made it still. But it's like he punched, like when I went, so I did, and that kicked the ass out of the truck, and it locked both wheels up, so they're spinning at the same speed. And my wheels started to spin. I thought I moved my foot to the brake.
Yeah, hit the gas.
I just stomped on the gas, so the wheels spin faster, which takes my ass from the right side of the road to the left side of the road to up the curb. And by the time I had gotten the wheel corrected and I had stopped spinning, I had caught traction. I'm in a fucking wooden fence, and then boom, I hit a concrete pillar, and my head
Yeah,
hits the
brick
glass,
pillar.
hits the steering wheel. I wake up, the truck. I'm like, oh shit! Turn off the car.
Holy shit.
I'm like, oh. I'm like, man, my fucking head hurts, my neck hurts. I turn off the truck. I'm like, God, I hope I'm not on fire.
Yeah, dude.
Because it literally was like my legs were jello, my arms were jello.
Mhm.
I literally felt
Shit.
like I was, like, you ever take those naps midday, 2-hour nap, you wake up, where the fuck am I?
No,
Like
yeah.
that. I turn off the truck, I step out of the truck, I'm looking at the truck, this lady comes out of her apartment, right next to her apartment. She's got her little chihuahua, she goes, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm alright."
All right.
Passed out.
Just
I'm
knocked
like,
out. What time
I have
is
my
it?
hand on the truck, it's fucking steaming because I fucking, like, I think I cracked the AC.
Is
I
the
think I did.
and it's the transmission cooler because that's
Oh, it
all
was
we
the
were.
transmission
That was
cooler.
the only thing we replaced on the truck. It still runs.
Yeah,
You could drive it right
you
now.
could drive it
For
right now.
sure.
Just put in a
Crazy.
brand new battery, you just gotta put it on, just starts, goes. But yeah, no. And then now that I think about it, yeah, it was the trans cooler. And I'm like, fuck. Call Jonas,
Yeah.
call my mom.
You called Jones like the first person
Yeah.
to go to.
Yeah. Jonas, I crashed the truck. Come
What
get
I
the
do?
truck.
Yeah, what I do?
He
Yeah,
got-
when the Jeep.
He
with
got the Jeep. We pulled it out with the Jeep. Police came, helped me out with paperwork. Because he knew I
Insurance.
was the insurance. He knew I was. He could tell. He was a real nice guy. But then
I wonder if Javon knows.
my sister-in-law came. was-
Sheriff,
He was a sheriff.
deputy. Yeah.
Mom probably. If he's still there.
And then my mom came. My Jonas came. Fletcher came. My sister-in-law came. It was a fucking family reunion outside this
You're like,
fucking
I haven't
apartment.
seen you
Only
in
person that wasn't
ages.
there was fucking Jeff.
No, yeah, he's at work.
So I had Caitlin drive me to the school, picked up my backpack, came back to the truck. Jonas drove the truck home. I drove his Jeep. Concussed as fuck. I'm driving this Jeep. I'm like, didn't go to the hospital. I should. The dreams I had after that, when I was concussed, so random.
Dude, we should not have driven the truck back. It could have caught fire so fast, dude.
Dude, strong as fuck, bitch.
Fucking 500,000 miles later, still running, baby.
Still strong. But yeah, no, like the things that like event created, it makes you wonder like how many other like little things get created in your brain that just stuff in the back that you don't think about until you're dreaming.
What do you mean when you said like that incident created a whole bunch of random stuff? Like you're talking about like dreams, like you create a whole bunch of random dreams.
But
And
dude,
stuff of,
I
like,
had just the wildest dreams. My dreams would like I wasn't really a depressed person at all. Like before that. After that, I had developed depression and anxiety. I developed it like everything. Like I was not happy at all. Nothing made me happy. I was just
traumatized. Yeah,
dude, and like I would drive in the rain. I would shake.
yeah.
Nothing would make me shake.
PTSD.
Dude, nothing would make me shake for months. Every time it would even sprinkle. I was driving my mom to the airport, like, and I was driving my aunt and like their friends. I'm in their truck. In a truck, it's slightly raining. I took my hand off the wheel and I could see my hand like that, and I put my hand back on the wheel so they didn't see me shaking. I'm like, well, I don't want them to think I'm freaking out right now because in my mind, I am, but I don't feel like I should be.
Yeah.
And like, I would have dreams that would go from like something like normal to like really random, like, and it would like flicker between like crashing or something terrible happening to me. Like, I had a dream like maybe like the same week where I was just walking out of my neighborhood, like across the street, and I got hit by a fucking like a box truck.
Blue truck.
Yeah, oh yeah, I got hit by a blue truck. No, I got hit by a box truck. I woke up immediately. I would have dreams like that where I would like be seriously injured, like death injured,
Yeah,
and they would always end before I died.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably like PTSD. From getting in the crash, and also that concussion that you didn't get looked at.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I didn't get
what
looked at
kind of
until 2 months after
who knows what kind of fucking
damage that did.
damage that did to your head? 'Cause
Yeah. My
you
memory,
hit fucking bing like a fucking pinball machine. Like
glass window, like solid glass, steering wheel, like, yeah, no, it was bad. And I thinking about it now, my memory is so fucked up from like even stuff before then. I have a really hard time remembering things. And even after, my memory's like fucked up.
Yeah,
Things don't stick like they used to.
since that,
Since that.
yeah, your brain probably got like mush really
Yeah.
bad,
Yeah, no.
and you definitely have like yes,
Oh, for sure. Like, the thing I think about, too, was there's a full fucking 2x4 in the fender that was
Dude,
arm's
yeah.
length, a full-length fucking 2x4 speared through the fender. So if it was
Yeah.
4 feet over, it would have been in my chest.
fuck, you'd have been a fucking
I would have been a
Destination.
fucking,
Yeah.
That's
I would have
crazy.
been like a fucking kebab. Yep. And that thought ran in my head for months.
Oh yeah.
What if I didn't correct it soon enough?
Dude, there's a dream that I'll
That's
have
God, nigga.
that I'll have every once in a while. And it's like a, what is it called? Survivor's Guild, is that what it's called?
Yeah. Usually.
You might remember. I know you're not gonna know. But I think it was a Halloween night. I was driving somewhere. I think I was driving with you. We were going to a store or something on Patton Parkway. I don't remember what car we were in. We might have been in the Audi.
Mm.
And we raced a New Edge Mustang. It might have been, I think it was a Bullet Mustang. It was green, I think.
Okay. I think I remember where.
And we raced this car. 2-3 hours later, comes out in the news that same car that we raced killed a mom and 2 kids.
Oh yeah, I do remember that shit.
And you want to know the craziest part? Jamie knows the family.
That
That
died?
died or
Yeah.
Fucking Mustangs, brother.
They all small world.
But like, I kept having dreams of like, what if I didn't race that guy? Would he have killed those people?
You know, I think he would have. Because I don't think he was just racing you. I think he probably raced a bunch of people. He probably raced a bunch of people. He probably just got that Mustang. I'm gonna fucking show these bitches what I got.
Yeah, because he was drunk, right?
Yeah, he was.
drunk?
Was
Yeah.
that the one
Did he
by
die
the
too, or
YMCA?
No, yeah, he went to jail.
Was it by the YMCA that he crashed, or am I thinking of a different one? I think the one
Oh,
I'm thinking of, it was
shoot.
just a single girl that.
He hit them by 5 corners.
Okay, yeah, different. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, it's crazy. It's funny as I drive a Mustang now, right? I'm like,
Yep. I
represent
got my
the
own
team.
New Edge Mustang.
no shit. No. There's a lot.
Wait. That fucked up. Like, you had dreams about that, or
I
like
still do. I'll still occasionally have them.
like you in the driver's seat or whatever, you racing that dude.
Yeah, and I'm like, what if he hit me? Or what if I never raced him? Would he have hit those people?
Would he have went a different direction?
Am I
and
the
never led to
reason
them?
that those people are dead?
Mhm.
Obviously not. That guy is. He's the one that killed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no fault of your own.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I kind of have a situation too with that dude I seen. Like, I didn't see him get hit.
Y'all niggas be killing people.
No. Me and Mariah went and watched Moana 2 of all movies. And we had almost left, but she's like, "Oh wait, no, I got to go to Ulta." I think she went to Ulta, and we went and we like looked through Ulta, and she was taking a long ass time. I'm sitting in there. I'm fucking. I want to go home and eat. Taking her time. If she hadn't taken her time, and we had just done in there and gotten the one thing we needed, we would have probably ran up. This guy, I don't know if he was homeless or not. He was at the street, like the sidewalk crossing near like 500 in 4th Plane, like near the Big 5 and shit.
Mhm.
And he's like right on the edge of the curb. The cross traffic, like if you're going to the mall, is going. And light turns yellow. A truck kind of like Jonas's. Like it was an Avalanche, but it's kind of like Jonas's truck.
That's GMT 800. Yeah.
Same body style, kind of.
Like
GMT 800, brother. Like he had to floor it to make the yellow, and the light went green, like the light went red, and it showed the walk symbol. So the guy stepped out in front of him, plowed right in,
Seen that before.
threw his shoe, fucking.
They got knocked out of his shoes.
Bro, he got knocked out of his shoes. And me and Mariah had pulled up to the scene. We see a bunch of cop cars flying past us, and there's like a 4Runner stopped in front of this dude. I'm looking over. I'm seeing this guy getting CPR, and Mariah's taking a photo. I go, Mariah, did you just take a photo of this guy getting CPR? And she goes, what? She goes back and looks at the photo. It was a live photo, so it kind of has a little bit of video. And you can see him getting chest pressure. She's like, oh my God, I did not know I just did that.
She did like instinctively.
Sometimes she just
She
be.
said,
Yeah, she was like, I just want to
Dude, I
take a
do that with
picture of this car
crashes.
just stop in the middle of the road. And there's like, she was taking a picture of the ambulance, and a car had like, I think it was a cop car that was kind of in the way when she first like took the picture. So then, as the cop car drove past, it showed. But like, I still dream about that. If we hadn't stopped, or would I have seen that happen? And I think about, I have medical training. I'm gonna be real with you. I do not want to get out of that car and go get that. I don't want to see what he looks like. I don't want to see his body. He was fucking sprawled.
Yep.
Sprawled. And you could see them. They were doing, it was firefighters switching. They were going full chest press. Going definitely as far as you need to go.
And deeper. They're like, we're touching this thing hard.
Yeah. Like, bro, they were touching his spine. I'm like, I'm looking at him like, motherfucker. Like, if I hadn't, like, and I had dreams about it. Like, what if I had, like, the dreams were me rolling up on it and it happened. And I had, like,
looked over, saw his shoes upright with like fucking calf still there. Guy fucking ran over and shit. It was crazy.
Nah, it was wild. I was like looking at his. So he was like, you know, like the turn lanes, like if you're going to like the Taco Bell or like down 170. So there's the 2 turn lanes and then the 2 straight lanes, and then there's the 2 lanes going the direction that is. He's in the far lane there. His shoe is in the middle of the 2 straight lanes over here, like in the middle.
Yeah,
and a cop just walks over and kicks it over. I'm like, he didn't take a picture of it. Nothing. He just
seen it. He's probably seen a lot.
I'm like, damn, bro. I would hate to be. Like, I thought about it and I was thinking about, man, I hope Javon's not having a roll up on it, because I thought about Javon instantly. I'm like, man,
he has already.
I do. I think about it. I'm like, bro.
He
hope
has
the people
already.
I know don't have to.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to see.
And then you think about what dreams does that cause for those
people? No, dude, yeah.
We gotta have him in for a conversation one day.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was just home when I was on my way. I was telling him, but he had to like write a report or whatever. And his work. Oh, he's been wanting to come in, talk to. He was down.
Yeah, just one more I saw. Yeah, dude, freaking. So I've had a lot of like near death situations, and then plus with stopping my heart from overdosing on caffeine, and then getting my head crushed with the shipping containers.
Another one. That was another.
That one's crazy. That I don't know how I'm alive from that one, dude.
Say it's God, man.
Say it's God. Praise His name.
Jesus, man.
Crazy, but yeah, a lot of like holy shit situations that I've been in. I'll have dreams of them of like, what would the other outcome look like? Obviously, most of them are I'm dead.
Yeah, for real. For real. You are one of the luckiest motherfuckers there is for no reason. No reason.
Yeah, dude. Shit.
Can't believe we went to that urgent care instead of straight.
That was funny.
When he got his head crushed.
When I got my head crushed.
I just got my head crushed and I need to go to urgent care. I'm like, huh? Dad, I need you to come pick me up from work because I just got my head crushed. I'm like,
and in your head, you're probably thinking like all types of shit. Like, bro, this nigga's head's like concaved in.
I'm like, bro, why? I'm like,
why are you calling me?
I'm like, you're calling. Jonas calls. He calls me when he doesn't want the parents to handle it first.
Yeah.
Specifically my mom. Yeah.
Yeah, because
you're like, oh my gosh, his head crushed.
She'll make it worse.
Yeah.
And the thing is like, me, Jonas, and Fletcher always call each other first when there's a problem, because we know we will either find the solution to the problem or we'll get really close and then that's.
Yeah.
But like, calls me, I got my head crushed. I'm in the Mustang. I'm eating Burgerville. I immediately put my fucking burger down. I have to leave for a trip at 3 in the morning. 3 in the fucking morning.
Yep.
And this guy, I'm like, this fucking guy decides I have mononucleosis.
Severe. I don't know what that is.
That's a severe. It's like a severe illness. That shit can kill you in rare cases. But that shit was fucking me up. Like,
what is this an illness?
It's an illness. Yeah, anyways, you don't need to know that. Mono. Anyways, I go pick this motherfucker up. This motherfucker walks out like fucking King Tut, head bandage around. I'm looking at him, I go, no fucking way. He gets in the car. He's describing it to me. I'm looking at him. He's just like I can see the wheels turning, but there's like no lights on.
Dude, I remember the moment the container hit me on the back side of my head on the left. One, how it felt. I still remember how it feels. And then when my head went into the second container from the right side, so it was like a twisting motion of my head.
Mm.
I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna decapitate me. It's gonna rip my head off. But once the container somehow magically went backwards,
Strong ass hit.
and my glasses are lodged in my face.
Yep.
I
That's what cut your eye, right? Was
yep,
it glasses?
yeah, my glasses went going into my skull.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember getting on the microphone immediately, being like, I think I have a concussion. I need somebody to come up here. That was the first thing I said. I said it like that.
I think I have a concussion. Someone please come up here.
His head's just dented. He's turned into Stewie.
He looks like an inflated ball, nigga.
Dude,
Like
yeah,
an inflated basketball.
And fucking, there was so much blood coming out of my head.
Yeah.
Going down the stairs of the plane. That was so. It was like I was like skipping time while going down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had eventually started to fall, and one of the guys, Patterson, that dude's a G, picks me up and runs me while carrying me to the office. We get the ambulance, and obviously at an airport, ambulance is there like fucking that. No, wait, no, the ambulance never came for me.
It never came for you that day.
That's right. It came for
That
me
was
for
the
the other
overdose.
thing. Yeah.
Caffeine overdose.
Oh yeah, I had to describe to the manager or rampant whoever it was how to wrap my head.
Yeah.
Because of the medical training that I had, the emergency trauma training I have.
Mhm.
I had to explain to
So
them
while you're concussed, I had your brain crushed. You have to explain.
I'm
to these niggas,
explaining.
Yo, wrap this shit like this, counterclockwise, or
Yeah,
tied in a knot.
yeah, and I'm telling them
That's
at
a
the same
boss
time.
move right there.
I'm telling them, I'm like, you have to ask me these questions, and obviously, like
Jonas remembers the questions. I don't have a concussion.
I don't have a concussion,
I'm
bro.
too strong. I'm built different.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I know how to do the ABCs backwards. I know who the president is. I know what day it is. I know what year it is. I know
He's
all
doing
the
the check,
answers.
but you need to ask me.
Yeah.
But you need to ask me. Go ahead.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And then you come and get me. We go to the doctor's, and
He's
he's like, "What the fuck?" He gives me stitches. He's like, "You need to go to the ER right now."
like, we have to. He goes, yeah. You
we
could have a fractured skull.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go to the ER, which is like a little bit down the road. I think it was like 10 minutes or something like down the road. It might be less than that.
It was less than that because we were speeding and it was late at night.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And we put my name in. I was in there like that. Like there
Yeah.
were so many people waiting. No, we like blinked and we were in the fucking ER room.
He
I've got
blinked.
no fucking clothes on.
Butt ass naked.
He
Yeah.
blinked. It was a little bit longer than that for me. I had to wait for my mom to get there. I think once my mom got there, is it like immediately, like right after I had.
Yeah, they put me on the freaking table, strapped me down. Fucking, they were prepping my head because they were gonna cut it open because they thought my brain was swelling.
Yeah.
Insane. They had so many doctors. They didn't allow my mom in there. Went and did a MRI, CAT scan, some other brain scan thing. It was nuts.
Make sure he wasn't dying.
We call mom when we were going to the car.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
What happened to your head?
Yeah, no, that should be like a message to parents. Like the reason why kids don't your kids don't be telling y'all shit, because to be honest, y'all be making the
Things worse.
situation a lot worse than what it is. You guys will escalate things to. I mean, we get it because it's your kid and you love him, you care about himself, but it's like you gotta take yourself out of it as
Mhm.
much as I know it's hard, but you gotta take yourself out of it and focus on what the kid needs. Sometimes, they don't need you to be yelling at them. You should have been careful. You should have been doing this. Wait, no, you need to be focused on the kid and what their needs are and try to make them feel comfortable.
That's why we call Jeff first, because he does that part, and then
Yeah.
after he's like, "Why were you?"
Yeah,
fucking
after,
dumbass.
you
After you're good, then he's like, "You
idiot.
idiot."
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like I don't know. It's kind of like police. Javon tells me this. It's kind of like police. Like they're serious in a way, but like when like they get a code, pretty much like code blue, like everything's good. Then they're like, all right, like then they start talking like, hey man, like why'd you do that? Or like, hey man, like that shit was fucked up, wasn't it? So yeah. Then they actually like have the real conversation after the situation is over and everything's okay. But like during it, you need
locked in.
Yeah, you need to be locked in and chill and be like, all right, let's not. Cause shit, I
You
don't know
can't
if your mom came in like screaming, yelling, or some shit, or if she was just
Just
fine.
freaking out.
She was
She was
freaking
like in
out.
shock, pretty much.
She was freaking out. She was fucking making no sense to me. I'm on fucking an inch of sleep. I'm like, Mom, I got him here. I gotta leave in the morning. I don't think he's gonna die. They think he might.
They think he's mine. You gotta take care of
You
this.
got.
No, your fucking time is just skipping. Bloop. I'm like turning pages in a book.
Yeah.
Just hell fast.
She asked me why I didn't call her sooner. I said, what do you mean? I was getting him to the fucking hospital.
I thought you'd be like, bitch.
I was dry.
I was
saving your son's life. I was saving your son's life, ma'am.
Oh shit.
Oh damn.
All right, we're gonna go to the fourth bullet point in this. That was the third one. We talked a while for that. Are dreams beneficial?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I agree that dreams are beneficial because, yeah, they help you process so much information and learn more about like things that happen in real life.
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys get nightmares when you eat sugar before bed?
I don't.
The fifth.
Yeah.
Although I will say, it's been a minute since I've had a nightmare.
Yeah.
I've had like the one I can remember. I stopped having dreams a long time ago, brother.
Fucking turn it off.
Every once in a while, like I'll get a dream, but it's like they're very sporadic. Like I'll either have like 3 in a night, or I'll have none for weeks.
Yeah.
But like true night.
You want to know how I get nightmares? This is kind of superstitious, but
Smoking crack and
No.
taking Benadryl.
no, if I'm laying down and my hand is touching Jamie in some way, I'll have a nightmare.
She's
But
an
if,
antichrist.
but if I am not touching
That's
her
the
with my
devil.
hand, no nightmare. I either don't dream or I have a dream about being rich.
You know, see, that bitch taking your money. No, I can actually kind of, if I think about it, I feel like I have more dreams when I'm touching my girlfriend. I think maybe I'm just like associating that because you said it, but I feel like the last time I remember having dreams, I was like touching her, and I usually don't.
Cuddling her,
Yeah.
gripping her up on her.
Yeah,
huh?
I was gripped up. You know what
Giving
I'm saying?
that grippy.
Yeah, but like, well, I usually don't because she gets warm and shit. But like, yeah, no.
Well, with Jamie, she has what was like night terror disorder or something like that, where she like only has nightmares. That's like the only thing
How
she has
fun.
dreams about. I'm like, bro, is she like transferring over the demon from the night terror over to me? Is that
Yeah,
why?
the night terror is crawling through your hand?
Yeah, dude, crazy.
I don't know. Yeah. What kind of books do you read? Should you read like horror books or something?
Fantasy
Smut.
stuff.
Smut books.
No, fantasy stuff. She's trying to get into something else. I don't remember what the hell she told me she was trying to get into, like romance stuff. I don't remember.
Extra large.
That stuff can also come from like your past, like your subconscious, like
Oh yeah, for her that's how it is. Yeah, 'cause her childhood was so fucked up.
But like,
fucked up shit.
You guys think dreams have meaning? You think there's a meaning behind having a dream?
If I go to like the religious aspect, I think sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
Or it could be like, for instance, if you're like worrying about something, like what would be an example? Like,
Somebody breaking in.
so yeah, someone breaking in. Let's say you were in charge of that, right?
Yeah.
Like you were in charge of like I don't know, putting up like a new door or something, or putting up a window, and you just kind of been procrastinating about it, and then you have a dream of someone breaking in, and that kind of like flips switch for you to where you're like, okay, no, I need to do this now, just in case that happens. I need to,
for the peace of mind.
yeah, just for the peace of mind. You know, like I feel like that happens sometimes. I mean, shit, it happened to me with my teeth because I fucking kept having dreams of me like just shattering all my teeth, just biting one thing. And I was like, yeah, I need to get my fucking tooth fixed or whatever. So sometimes it could add urgency to taking action on something. Uh, could give you a different perspective. I mean, you could look at it as like a simulation in a way of like, you know, you running through a scenario to learn or to get better at whatever that scenario is. But it could also be a disadvantage, right? Like I don't we probably all heard, the stereotypical girlfriend who hear her dreams about you cheating and then wakes up and is mad at you or
Yeah,
has like
Mhm.
an
yeah,
attitude
yeah,
about
yeah.
you. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit happens too. That shit's fucking annoying. Uh y'all never had that? Like
Yeah, I've seen it. I've never had it happen to me, but
yeah.
I've seen it.
I've seen never happened. I'm thinking about, like, do you think, like do you think the dreams are, like, part of, like, the one part of our brain that's, like, real ancient, like, primal? Like, because if you think about it, the dreams that I feel like you
Just
would
the instinctual
yeah,
side of it.
like, it's very instinctual. Like, the
Mhm.
biggest thing, like you said, that, like, it's a motivator is the fear and pain.
Mhm.
And, like, with the dreams that me and Jones were describing, there was fear, pain, and those ones were recurring.
Mhm.
So
Still
you
are.
so that makes me think, is it, like, that primal instinct of survive that drives those kind of reinforced dreams where it's like, or I need to not do this action, you know?
Mhm. I think so, yeah. I mean, I think for the most part when you have those types of dreams, yeah. I think other times it could just be, something in your subconscious. Maybe you smell the perfume and it reminds you of your childhood or whatever. And when you dreamt that night, had some dream about your childhood or whatever, and couldn't figure out why you had that dream. I think a lot of it has to do with just like your subconscious and if you had a traumatizing experience like that and your brain is kind of like uh going through stress and a lot of pressure from that specific situation or scenario, I think it'll start running in your dreams more frequently. Um, and it will be like you said, like instinctual. It'll be like a fight or flight type thing where I don't know, trying to get you to be better or like try to evolve you or something like that.
Mhm,
Or yeah, it's very instinctual.
Yeah, I think it's your your brain trying to tell you something, and whether or not you figure out what that is or not is determined on how much you think about it. And I think it could be like with the recurring dreams. Maybe that's your brain telling you, "Hey, you haven't figured this out yet. I'm gonna keep giving you this dream until you figure it out."
Mhm.
Do you think sharing your dreams with others helps you like process your dreams better, or strengthens your relationship with them, either the person or the dream itself? I can reword that last part if you need me to.
like, do you think it strengthens your memory
Yeah,
of the
like
dream?
how you process that information. So if that like situation comes again, the same emotions come up. Do you think it strengthens your ability to react to it better from because you're having the dream from it, or you're sharing the dream with somebody? Or it doesn't need to be a person. It could be like if we're talking, say I wake up one morning and have some crazy dream and I tell Mr. Red like what the dream is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, because it's like I mean, it's like what I said earlier. When you have a dream, sometimes like as soon as you wake up, the more you stay awake, the more you start to forget the dream. And I think if you wake up and write it down, or if you wake up and tell someone while it's still fresh, you can process it more and kind of turn it into an actual dream,
Yeah, you
Mhm.
can you'll be able to
or
remember
my
it.
bad, an
Like
actual
actual memory.
memory,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about lucid dreaming?
I'm not. What is lucid dreaming? Can you remind me what that is again?
Lucid dreaming is like if say you go to sleep and you're like, I want to dream um
Big booty
about
looking.
Big booty bitch.
yeah, and that happens. Like you control the dream. Like you're
Mhm.
like, okay, in this dream, I want this guy to get a Lamborghini. And in that dream, that guy will get a Lamborghini because you thought of it. So it's whatever you control the whole. You're basically God in your dream.
Oh,
Whether that's good or bad. Like Jamie, she has the problem where when she dreams because she's a lucid dreamer with the whole night terror thing, she'll be having a fine dream and she'll be like, "Huh, I wonder what would happen if that guy he got hit by a car or I got hit by a car," and then it will happen. Um, why?
no, I said boy.
Yeah, yeah, crazy. I think lucid dreaming is an interesting thing, and I think I think it's your brain trying to gain control over your emotions. Um, and that's like why people do it. And I think that's like I think the thing is like once you start lucid dreaming, you can't stop after a certain point. Like your body will not be able to not lucid dream, or your brain won't be able to. And I think it's a control thing.
I don't know if I've ever lucid dreamt before. Um, because what I like, so like, I write stories and stuff like that. So like a lot of times before I go to bed, I'll be thinking about like I'll have my eyes closed and be thinking about like scenarios in my head of like a certain scene or whatever, and then like I've had it to where I've like I don't know. I wouldn't say I was like dreaming because I was like fully aware that like I was kind of I fell asleep and then like I woke up in my head, but like my eyes were still closed. Like like we've all woke up, but like not really like wake up fully. Like you're just like I'm just gonna fall like kind of stay here for a little bit
Just
longer.
resting my eyes.
Yeah, and then like I'll have that play in my head. It's a little bit more like vivid, and I can actually like feel more emotion through like the scene I'm thinking about or whatever. But I mean, I don't know if that's lucid dreaming or if that's just me thinking mixed in with dreaming a little bit to where I can like kind of control the type of emotion I'm feeling in a way, or like I can create a scene and feel the emotion that that character is feeling or
It's
is
lucidness. It's not totally
okay.
lucid dreaming, but it's a close relative type of deal.
Okay.
Why do you guys think we get nightmares?
Oh, I always thought it was like for me it was like sugar. So like my heart would be like if I eat sugar before I go to bed, I'll feel my heart fucking pumping and like I'll feel like I get twitchy,
Yeah.
especially if I eat like chocolate, like caffeine or
So
whatever.
for you, it's like whenever the adrenal gland activates, it'll cause a nightmare.
Listen, I'm
That was a
no
crazy fucking
those are crazy words you got off
adrenal
that adrenal
gland.
gland.
Let's
Damn,
When you
go.
open up your
mitochondria,
third eye,
the powerhouse of the cell over here.
your third eye opens and you have a night terror. Burger King foot lettuce.
uh, sure, yeah, like I don't.
It's the adrenal glands what cause you to have adrenaline, the fight or flight response.
Okay, yeah. I think yeah. It's probably when I have like adrenaline is when I have nightmares, and I kind of like nightmares because they give me like I wake up I'm like oh shit like that was yeah it's like an adrenaline rush like shit that was cool like that was kind of motivating or something like that like it kind of got me going. Um, it,
Spooky.
it's spooky. It's spooky.
I think after a certain while for myself, the dreams like I used to dream a lot, but I don't know, man. Once you start getting that 401k and retirement, they're gone.
You're gone.
They're gone. You're lucky to have them.
Once you get that car payment, you got to pay every
Yeah,
month.
bro, you got that rent, you got you got all the bills now. Boy, you ain't got time.
So,
You sleep and work. That's what you do.
yep, you're a slave, sleep and work.
But like,
You dream about work. That's the
you,
worst when you dream about work.
dude, oh
Hate
my
that
god,
shit.
trust.
That happened when I was doing the trucking. I would dream about because my trainer kind of like stressed me out a lot. I'll go to sleep and just hear this dude in the back of my head when I'm dreaming. Like, shit, I'm not backing up good enough or something like stress. Bro, I'm
You sure you're not double clutching it?
a double clutch.
But
Yeah,
Reverse,
shit.
whip it right. I whip it right. He's like, no, left, my bro. Right.
my left, you're right. That's
No.
the center of the truck.
This is center of the truck.
Now my thought on nightmares is it's like uh an emotion or some sort of well yeah I guess that'd be the same thing. I'm stupid. It's an emotion you're having that you yourself is not capable of processing. So your brain is trying to show it to you to see if you are able to process it. And if you're not, then you'll most likely wake up or something, which is why you're in fight or flight mode.
Do you think it's like? Do you think it's trying to see if you can process it, or if it's
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
teach you how to
it's
process?
trying. Yeah, it's trying to teach you.
Okay, but like doing it in the best way you can visualize.
Or if it's just like random,
Then it is.
like the nightmare's just random. Like I don't know, on the back of like a bird flying, fucking sky turns red and starts thundering. You're like,
Yeah, your brain could be trying to tell you like, "Hey, things should be going, like, real good," and then all of a sudden, like, shit can hit the fan, like, in an instant, and you gotta know what to do 'cause, as of right now, you don't know what to do, so I'm gonna show you, what can happen.
I think, yeah, I think it's your brain trying to teach you something. Like, I'm thinking about it now. I was when I had first moved to my apartment, like a few months, I still kind of like wasn't used to being on my like in my own space,
mhm,
and I had forgotten to lock the front door. I didn't know I had forgotten, and that's the only way into my apartment. Like it's 3 stories up. Like there's one way in and one way out. So if someone comes in and they don't want me to leave, there's something's gonna have to happen
mhm.
for someone to leave. But like I had a dream that someone was in my apartment, and I woke up. I was like, I gotta fucking clear the fucking floor. I fucking I grabbed my flashlight because in my mind there's someone in here, and I think I heard something in my dream. I think it was in my dream, but I thought it was in my apartment.
Yeah.
My apartments are pretty quiet in general, so I grabbed my flashlight. I ain't got no fucking. I'm gonna air that out. But I walked to my front door. It's fucking unlocked, and it wasn't like fully latched. Pushed it, and it latched. So now I'm like really thinking there's someone in,
There's
right?
someone behind me, isn't there?
And I locked the door. I checked my balcony. I don't know why. Balcony was locked like it was supposed to. No one and that door is hard to open without fucking being bothered. I go into my office, fucking clear that bitch out. Nope. I check my bathroom closet, check my fucking bathtub. Nope, no one's in there. And then the one place I can't check, my bedroom closet has a fucking access hole to the fucking to
Oh, yeah,
like the
the
roof
roof.
of my building.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, can't fucking check there. So I'm like, you know what, dude? You're freaking the fuck out. I lay down, close the closet, I just go back to sleep. Again, I have a fucking dream where someone's like trying to get into my fucking apartment. And I'm like, and like, I wake up, my heart's fucking pounding, and I'm staring at the clock.
Mother.
Motherfucker, dude. And I just like, I couldn't sleep the rest of the night. And then eventually I just had to like get over it for some reason. Like, I just had to not think about it, and then it was done. I think there's that part my brain that's like, you, like, need to know for sure, you know, which
Mhm.
I can't know for sure. I don't think if I'm being totally 100% rational, there's no I fuck but I think my brain's trying to be on edge, and I don't think it's a good thing. Like, I think I'm a very nat on it person. Like, I'm very standoffish.
Right. I, I was like that when I was super young. Like I was the scariest kid when I was little. Like I fucking any like the sound like the refrigerator makes just that would scare
Ugh.
the shit out of me. I can't sleep. Can't sleep. I'm thinking something is like trying to get me, whether it's like an alien or something. Like always, like I was terrified of scary movies, like Jason, Freddy. I was terrified of all that shit.
Mhm.
Uh, and yeah, no, like my brain now I'm like a lot better, but I think recently in the last like year, I've gained this weird thing where like I lock my actual door, like my room door has a lock. I just lock that. Even when I'm like just in my room, not even sleeping, I just lock it. I don't know. I think it's like a safety thing
Yeah.
that I just
It's
developed
like
because
a control thing, like, you know that I did that and it shouldn't happen, right? Like, it's you
I
feel
don't.
like
I think it's because I used to like sleep with the door open, and all this other stuff. Now I don't even do that. Like I have my door shut, I lock it, and like I think because I don't want people coming in my room and shit. I don't know. I think it's just like a safety thing of
He's trying to get out again.
fucking lizard. I
why switch like
Well, that's how he walks. He's all muscle. He ain't got nothing else.
yeah. Well,
but yeah.
Well, shoot, yeah, I'm such a light sleeper now. Like any noise, I wake up, and I think it's from going to school, Jeff would like open our door at like 6 a.m. and him walking. I'm like, I would wake up and I'm like, somebody's trying to break into our room right now. And now, I'll be like dead asleep. Something will be going on outside. I'll wake up and I'm like, somebody's trying to get in here.
Crazy thing is, I came over to this motherfucker's apartment to drop off one. I was pounding on that door for 30 minutes. That motherfucker never came to the door.
He was knocked out.
Yeah, this man was rock.
Oh,
Mike
dude,
Tyson came in here. Prime Mike Tyson.
If I'm
Slept.
really tired, oh, dude, no. I won't hear
He
nothing.
won't hear Jeff coming in with a sneak on, man.
Do you have his shoes on? Well, trying not to die laugh as he's walking away.
Walking away with the Skechers on.
Dude, I remember that. That was crazy.
Oh, shit.
Like-
What do you guys think about astral projection? You guys want me to explain that? Do you know what that is?
I know.
Explain it for the audience too.
Okay, so astral projection is like you go to sleep and then when you quote unquote wake up, it's like when you start dreaming, you will come out of your body and you will see yourself dreaming or sleeping. And you can either like continue to watch yourself sleep, or you can like I guess it's just all watching yourself sleep, but you can see what happens in the dream from a third person perspective while you're sleeping. And there's like a bunch more to astral projection, but it's basically like you see yourself sleeping from a third person perspective, and the dreams, for that matter. And I don't remember if you're able to control what happens or not. I don't think so. I think it's just you see it from a different perspective.
Yeah, it's like you're watching the world in third person. And it's like not like car drives through the window. It's like, no, what's happening is happening.
Yeah.
Like literally happening outside of your body is actually happening. I think I had it once. I don't know though. I had fallen asleep in like a recliner, which I never do. I never fall asleep like in like recliners or anything that's like not like a bed. And I had like been laying back. I had kind of felt like I felt that feeling when you fall asleep, your body just goes limp. And all of a sudden I just kind of like it's kind of like I started to go above myself, and I could see like me like this, and it freaked me out. It lasted for like 2 seconds. Like seen myself. It freaked me out, and I woke up. And then I didn't know what to think, and I was like, it was when I was working. I was like, it was why you can't see my face right now, but I was doing my facial expression. I was fucking spooked. It was when I was working night shift, like graveyard. At
Oh
Lowe's,
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Lowe's,
yeah.
yeah.
and everyone had gone to work. Jonas, I can't remember what your schedule was at that time, so I don't know if you were in the house or not. But I was on the recliners down in the living room.
No, I would have been at work.
Yeah. So yeah, I was all at home by myself, and I was on the chair.
When you were at Lowe's, what was I doing? Was I hauling cars? I wasn't hauling cars yet. I was
Mm,
still
oh, you were at FedEx.
FedEx. I was driving truck then.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I don't know why it happened. I might have just been me being exhausted that led to it, because I had been up for a long time. But yeah, no, it's I don't know if anyone else had like an experience. I don't really have an experience.
I haven't had experience, but Jalen has when we live in the townhouse. And he
I
told me
remember
about
this.
it.
Yeah, I remember this.
He I think he was in his room when it happened. He said he just felt like he was sleeping or whatever, and felt himself like floating, like I don't know like what the sensation like floating. And then he said he was just seeing like himself sleeping, and he was moving further and further, and freaking out, and he was trying to like I don't know like get back to his body.
Yeah, and he couldn't. Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's literally what it felt like. It literally felt like
It's
have
like your
you-
soul's being ripped out of your body.
yeah, it feels like
Mhm.
you're being pulled away from yourself, and it's like someone's just like effortlessly picking.
what if you're like dying? Like, like
Dude, that's what
God
it felt
trying to
like.
take
I was
you
like,
back
why
on
why is this happening? And then it freaked me out so bad I just snapped back. But like, yeah, like
Yeah, you ain't got control.
have you ever been on like a plane like having turbulence kind of drops, and
Yeah.
you get that like weightlessness in your stomach? Kind of what it felt like, but it's your whole body.
Dude, I still remember that one time we were going to Vegas,
Oh
and I was
my
talking to, we
God.
were on the PSP playing Mad or some shit, and we had really bad turbulence. And I said, Fletcher, watch this. We're going to have real bad turbulence in about a couple seconds. Literally 2 seconds later, the plane just
I'm with
it
my
dropped so much. It was crazy.
I'm with my parents. Jonas is over to my right. I hear him say that. I look. We dropped out of the sky. What was it? Like 1,000 feet, maybe.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was a long time. We were falling, just
Yeah.
free, screaming, screaming. I'm just grabbing my parents' hand. I'm like, I was like 7.
Yeah, not very old.
I'm like,
We're dead.
I didn't get far.
I didn't get far.
That's it. 7 is what I made.
Messiah, dude. I fucking predicted that shit.
Yeah, Jonas turned into fucking Jesus Christ himself.
There's
He
a lot
said,
of
"Watch
shit where
this
I've been.
water turn into wine."
That should happen to me and Jalen. I think we were coming back from Anaheim from like the PlayStation. This motherfucker was knocked out.
He always sleeping.
Asleep, and I was at the window,
Dude.
and I'm just chilling. And boom, we get a little bit of turbulence, something crazy, and then all of a sudden we just fucking drop. And like it's not like a crazy drop, but like you know when you're like falling and you feel like that's
Yeah,
oh,
your
shit.
heart.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, okay, that's just turbulence. And then I started hearing other people kind of like panic, like, oh, I'm like, oh shit. And then I see the fucking flight attendant panic, and then we drop even deeper. And I just grab Jalen like to the side, and as soon as I fucking grab him, we stop and like we're fine now. And he wakes up like, what the fuck? Like, what you grabbing me for?
Jalen's Darth Vader keeping the plane up, dude.
Bro, I was so pissed.
He thinks you're just being a little bitch.
That nigga was slumped, bro. I was like, bro, you slept through that, nigga. We almost died, bro. We almost fell out of the sky. I panicked because like I started hearing everyone else like gasp shit, and then I saw the flight attendant kind of panic, and I was like, bro, this is some real shit. Like we're fucked. Like I've never hit turbulence that bad, and it was bad. And I was like, fuck. And Jill just wakes up like, what the fuck? I was like, bro.
Dude, that motherfucker sleeps in any position.
Yeah, anywhere, dude.
Dude, we'd be playing games and he'd go, Jalen,
bro,
you're asleep.
He'll be
no,
playing,
I'm not, bro.
He used to do the shit. He still does it, but like we'll be playing, he'll be talking to me like, yeah, blah, 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 blah.
Every time it's the same noise.
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm looking at his character. His character's running in circles. I'm like, bro.
He's resting his eyes, dude.
He's slumped.
Bro, I'm not sleeping. Oh my god.
It was funny too because he'll wake up and be like, yeah, so you know,
he just restarts.
I'm like, bro,
that's just crazy, dude.
I'm like, bro, you slumped. I got you, dude. It's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys think about sleep paralysis?
Fucking hate it. Hate that shit. I always try to fight it. Always. I think it's like an ego thing. But I'm just like, bro, like, I'll be asleep. I can hear everything. And I can't move. I'm like, no, not this. And I just fucking try to like move something. I try to scream, doesn't help. And then like I fucking eventually get it. And my hand fucking jacks up. I'm like, oh, shit, dude. Like I beat it. But I don't know. I hate sleep paralysis. I hate it with a passion.
Yeah. What about you? You gotta remember what it is?
I know exactly what it is. I'm trying to think about it if I've ever experienced it. I want to say no, but the more I think about it, it like I have like felt like I sparked anxiety in myself thinking about it, so it makes me think I did, and I'm just forgetting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, yeah. Sleep paralysis is like you're sleeping and you wake up. You see your whole room, everything like what it would be in real life, and it's because you can auditorily hear what's happening, so your brain thinks you are actually awake, and you're like, I can't move anything. I'm fucked. And then something like crazy can happen, and then you'll like actually wake up.
I know it now. You know when Nanny died?
Oh yeah,
and I got her chair.
Oh shit,
dude,
yeah.
The week of, I'm laying in my bed on my back. I never sleep on my back. I wake up, I open my eyes, I can't move. It feels like someone's in my fucking room. Dude.
Oh my god.
It feels like
he's gonna say I felt someone was in my fucking ass. Like,
no, dude, I can feel someone over here. My grandma's chair is over to my left.
Mine used to keep like a glass doll.
A glass doll on the porcelain doll. Looked at you. The eyes felt like staring through you. Whatever. I'm like, motherfucker, someone. And then, you know when like you're on a couch, someone's next, or you're on your bed, someone's next to you on the bed, and you move.
You feel like shit stinks.
My hip dropped, like my hip tilted, like someone sat on my bed, and I was like, and I can see where my hip would be if someone was like sitting there. nobody. And I'm like, "Oh, fuck, grandma?" Like, sitting on my bed. Like, I wasn't scared, but I was also kinda like I was like, in my head, I was like, "This is really fucked up." And I'm like and I, like it was like I just kinda, like, went back and I woke up and I, like every other day, I go downstairs, I walk past the pantry, guess what fucking flies out of the fucking pantry?
Doll?
Fucking bread.
I remember that.
A
Holy
fucking
shit!
loaf of bread flew out of
Holy
the pantry as
shit!
soon as I walked in the kitchen.
The
Yeah,
fuck?
I
yeah,
walked
literally,
I
it was
walked past the pantry and it fucking
crazy. I remember that shit because I came downstairs 'cause I was like, "What the fuck was that?"
dude, a fucking loaf of bread flew out of my fucking and the bread is in a fucking shelf deep. It flew out of the fucking it was like the weirdest fuck this same week, my grandma like, I don't know if I told mom about that, the bed thing, because I think I fucking pushed it out of my brain because I thought I was
Yeah,
just
it's
being
just
emotional. I
a
thought, "Oh,
crazy
my
night
grandma
or
died,
something.
I'm probably just being emotional." Like, now I'm thinking about it, that's what it fucking was. I felt someone in the fucking chair, and then I felt like someone sat next
No, dude, yeah, sleep paralysis, crazy. Um,
I'm gonna be honest, I
ah,
never had that paralysis where your eyes are open. See?
well, the
dude,
thing is your eyes are not actually open,
Oh,
but you think that they're open and you're actually awake because it looks like real life because of the auditory processing that your brain does from all the noises, and it remembers what your room looks like because
well,
you're in your room
you're right.
all the time.
mhm.
So yeah, you think that you're like legitimately awake, and you're not.
Okay, no, I don't think I ever had that. I just had it to where like my brain wakes up, but like my body isn't. Like I'm still like paralyzed. Like I can't move, but like I can hear everything.
That yeah, that's sleep paralysis. You are not actually awake.
Oh shit! I thought I was awake.
That's the
I
point
just
of
can't
it.
like I can't like because my eyes are shut. So like
You
I
can't
know
see.
I'm sleep. Like I feel like my eyes are closed. Like I know my eyes are closed. I can't see anything. I could just hear everything. I
Like,
just can't move.
you like,
Like
you can
stuck.
feel it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Your all your senses start working except for your visual one,
Mhm.
and it's because you are still unconscious. But your brain, because of the way sleep works, you're still able to pick up other senses. So
I
you think
thought
you're awake.
I thought when you slept, your brain produces a chemical that paralyzes you and prevents you from moving. And when you wake up with that not where or when sleep paralysis happens, you wake up with that chemical still being active and hasn't went off.
If that was the case, people wouldn't sleepwalk.
No, no, yeah, but I think so like I think it's chemicals, shit fucks
I
up all
mean,
the
your
time,
body
but
tries to do that, but yeah, no. Sleep paralysis is like you are still actually asleep. If somebody was to come into your room, you would hear them, and you would probably see them or feel them something. But when they look at you, you'd be asleep.
well,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like at least when I've had it, I've always been like, I know my eyes are closed and I can hear things, but I just can't move. But, like, it's like, it's black because I know my
You're
eyes
not
are
seeing.
closed.
Yeah, right. Yeah. If how do I explain this? But if somebody was to come up to you and like shake you,
Mhm.
um, you wouldn't be able to react because you would still be asleep until you would like naturally wake up from somebody shaking you during a normal dream.
I don't know, I feel like I'm paralyzed because
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah, it feels like real life because that's the whole point of it, but it's not. You dreaming, dude. It's
Wild.
crazy. The brain is like absurdly powerful.
Hold on, but is that thing real, though, with that chemical shit with because with, your body producing chemicals sleeping to prevent you from like, paralyzes you pretty much, or, like, essentially.
I don't.
I think I read something where it does. Yeah, Hunter, look it up.
I gotta look this shit up.
I saw something like that where I mean, to what effect does it actually like, paralyze the person? I'm pretty sure that like varies,
It may make it so well your muscles aren't activated or they try not to activate because it uses too much energy and your brain uses that energy to heal itself.
Because you could like, I mean, people still like move around and stuff like that, but I think it's like what?
So, there's 2 chemicals that are released to paralyze you during REM sleep.
Yeah,
So,
REM
deep sleep,
sleep. Yeah,
it's, GABA, gamma aminobutyric acid glycine. What it
and I think when you have, I don't, I'm going off fucking. I think when you have like um sleep paralysis, when you wake up, either just after that process or what was did you read that or
It's like, let me read it. Trying to find if it,
because Hunter's looking up, so I'll just burn some time. But
I was trying to think of what I was gonna say for what the final thing that we need to talk about is, and I already forgot what it was. I had it on top of my head, and
I'll buy
I
us.
lost it.
I'll try to buy us some time. Yeah, because I think that's all. I think that's like a survival thing because um how that would be like maybe you don't your body don't want to roll off a
Well,
cliff or you don't want to roll off a tree or something
a
like that.
survival thing would be like if you're out in the wild, you don't want to roll over in your sleep and then make sound, and then a predator
Yeah,
come get you.
predator come get you, something like that, or you falling off
A
a
tree, yeah,
tree
yeah, yeah.
or a cliff or something like that, or a rock or something on. Um,
what I'm getting is like the levels increase once you hit REM. So they're like
yeah,
slightly released when you're in like the really like pre-REM sleep, and once you hit REM, when they're at
REM sleep is like what, like 6 hours in or 5 hours in your sleep, something like that, or
for everyone it's kind of different.
Yeah,
different.
it's based on the person. Random eye move.
It's like point. I don't think I
Yeah, it's
hit
when
REM.
your brain is
I
like
don't think I hit
really
REM
healing
sleep off
itself.
from that
You
concussion.
fucking wake up and
Um, what was I gonna say for the final thing that we need to talk about on dreams? I think it was something to do with daydream.
mm, yeah.
And then the whole call to the void stuff.
What?
Destiny 2 lore?
Yeah, I know,
What is
right?
that?
Call to the void.
Yeah, what is that?
It's like if you're driving on a bridge and you're like, man, I wonder what would happen if I just drove off the bridge.
Oh yeah,
It's like, or if it's like
Oh,
you're
like impulse
I
nature.
thought that was just mental illness.
Yeah, I thought it was just
no, it's
us
it's
being
like a
like,
legitimate phenomenon. It's called call to the void, and it can happen for anything. You could be like blending like fruit, and you could be like, man, I wonder what would happen if I put my hand in the blender.
and fuck this shit up.
Dude. Oh, that makes me think of. I'm scared of disposal now because of what I did to Jeff on
'Cause
accident.
Dude, every time I had to stick my hand in that, I think of that. I'm like,
I think of that moment every fucking time I have to touch it. So Jeff, we had gotten something stuck in our old disposal, like one of my mom's through five. She's used to having like some powerful one. Jeff stuck his hand in there, and there was like shit on the switch. My brain not thinking. I wipe off the switch, and turns it on while his hands. Luckily, it's like a 20-year-old disposal.
yeah,
Like 10 years old, so it's dull as shit. Doesn't cut his hands at all. Not even a
fuck,
fucking blemish.
okay. Fuck.
My heart sank. His fucking probably sank hard as shit.
He's like, what the fuck you doing,
Dude,
Hunter?
he was like, he was freaked the fuck out. He like looked at his hand and he was like this. Like he was
Yeah.
like, John Cena, you can't see me, inspecting his hand. Like surprised he still had all 5 fingers because his hand was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Deep.
trying to get something out. Yeah,
Yeah, like it was like key lime. It was like key lime rind. And he's trying to reach in there and get them out. My dumbass wasn't fucking thinking. Now I'm fucking traumatized from disposal.
You're like cleaning the switch off or something like
Yeah,
that?
it was like dirty as shit.
yeah, because
Oh.
our mom had said, "Hey, can you clean the house? Because we're gonna have like a party or some
Yeah.
shit."
Oh.
And yeah, Hunter was
Like
wiping it down with like Lysol wipes or something.
in like fucking, I don't know why. I don't think his hand was in there when I went to reach for it. Like I think that's why my brain was like, okay, you can wipe that off. And by the time I hit it, I was like, his arm's in there, hit it. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I just took my dad's hand off.
Mhm.
The guy that's paying for me to live in this house has lost his primary hand. He's
Yeah.
just lost his dominant hand.
Yeah.
He drills things in with this. That's how he makes his money. We're fucked because I just cut his hand off. And then he pulls his hand out and it's fine. I'm like, holy shit.
Dude.
I told him that every time I hear my disposal or I have to use it, it's like something in me like it scares me. And he laughed. He said, "How do you think I feel when I use one?"
No, dude, yeah. Every time we have to like clean it or some shit, I unplug it. So I'm like,
Yeah.
what if it
fuck
turns
that.
on?
Yeah, just randomly or something, or
Oh my
something knocks
God.
it. Yeah, fuck that. So,
Dude, Mariah accidentally put chicken bones down it. and I
Yeah,
had
it's
to
not
di-
strong enough. It's
I
not,
had to
it's
dig
not
them
one
out.
horse.
And because I'm having to dig them out there, I didn't want mine would cut my because it's a pretty new one. I knew it would. So I'm like, she was to my right, which is where the switch to disposal is. I go, no, you're fucking standing over here, and I'm fucking like talking to this lady like she's gonna chop my. So she's like, why are you being so intense right now? So I had to explain to her that it's not her fault that I'm actually like angry about these chickens. I'm fucking panicked that this disposal is gonna turn on and take
Yeah,
my fingers away. I tried using chopsticks. His bone was lodged under the fucking blade. I was pissed.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think really have. I don't know if it's like a black thing. We didn't have garbage
Disposals.
disposal like that. I mean, we had one at when we moved from our grandma's house,
Yeah.
but we never had an. I mean, no, I don't think anyone really used it. To be honest, like,
Did you guys have like a drain cover? Like,
like
like a drain like mesh cover for like your sink? You know, like if you're doing the dishes and there's like shit on it, you wash them off. It like catches it.
Yeah, you don't want the food to go into the pipes.
for my grandma's house, yeah. For our house, no.
Oh,
Our house, yeah, we had a garbage disposal, but no one
Every-
Put a
like
bunch of food.
I
in
mean
it.
we would do dishes and then like we would use it, but like no one ever like stuck their hand in there. Really, I don't know. Like I think the switch too was like underneath. It was like underneath the sink.
Oh
Pretty sure.
yeah, I've seen that.
And I think the one we have now is underneath the sink. So
No.
I'll never stick my hand down there. Fuck.
Dude, don't, never do. Just for peace of mind,
That's Final Destination death right there.
dude. Oh,
I watched one of those movies the other day. That shit was funny. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, this shit used to really scare me back in the day.
Yeah, dude.
but like, what was the other point, Jonas? There's the fall into the void thing, and then what else?
Just daydreaming in general. Like if I'm driving to some super far station, like if I'm going to Eugene or something, or um, and I'm listening to something, depending on what I'm listening to, I'll start daydreaming about like just fucking life. Fuck, I daydreamed about like doing this for a fucking month. Literally about like what topics we were gonna do, what we were gonna say, how the setup was gonna be, while driving. And when you're daydreaming, you're unconscious.
Uh, oh, I
Um,
know what you're talking about. It's like you just skip time,
yeah,
practically.
yep.
Yep. You know,
Yeah, and it's not that you're asleep; it's just that you're unconscious because
you're
your brain
constantly.
is dreaming.
I don't know if I ever got. You guys ever been like self-aware, like daydreamer, like kind of like or aware that you're daydreaming?
Every once in a
Yeah,
while, I'll notice it. I'll be like, "Oh shit."
yeah.
Like,
Do that. Work. I
like oh,
I got back from lunch, and there was a big gap in between patients. I roomed one, then I roomed another. I'm like, what did I do in between those patients? I couldn't remember. And I think I was just thinking about cars. I
Well,
think I was.
yeah, not we. I was driving to I think the Fred Meyer in Salem, one of them, and I remember leaving the fuel rack. I got to like what was that? Wilsonville, I think is where I got to. And then I had started to daydream about us owning a bunch of land and then building houses on it and then putting a racetrack on it, building our own gym for all of us. Um, and then all of a sudden I'm at the Fred Meyer's in Salem. I'm like, how the fuck did I just get?
I don't think I've ever had that, but I don't think I've ever daydreamed while like moving. Like I've always been daydreaming. Like I've never been actively doing something when I daydream.
Like you've never like driven home from work and like you just don't remember your drive. You just drove home and you just got home and you were just home. Like you were at work, you drove and then like you got in your car and then you were home. And you can't remember the ride at all.
Maybe once, like if I was like super tired, maybe.
You're
But
gonna start.
no,
Now you're driving trucks, you're gonna start.
yeah. I mean, I don't like if I mean like I driving the train and shit. It's kind of like the same thing, but I just listen to podcasts. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I'll be listening to something, like have a YouTube video playing on or music, and then it will just happen.
maybe if I'm like really engaged in like whatever I'm listening to. Um, I don't know. I think when I daydream, I have to be like kind of not doing anything,
Oh
like just
yeah.
like sitting down or like just not like when I'm driving, I'm kind of like attentive or like playing a game, I'm kind of attentive. I daydream a lot when I'm reading. Like when I'm reading,
Yeah.
I'll read
Mhm.
and then I'll just fucking my mind will just go somewhere else. Like I'm not reading. I'm
Yeah.
thinking about some other shit.
Yeah.
Like that'll happen. But I think if I'm like doing something that like needs my attention, I don't daydream. But I'll think in my head and stuff. I won't like I don't know. I won't like I want to say like
You
daydream.
won't drift off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I won't drift off.
For me, most of the time it happens when I'm like super stressed and my brain wanting to cut out. Like if I usually when I drive home, it's where I actually work at the same fucking place. So usually I have to pretend to what you're saying or you sad because I don't. But like,
Yeah, it's just James the same way.
like,
I
oh, you
don't
don't care to
You
my
don't care
I
stories.
don't
at
know what
all.
the hell you
I'll
just
never tell
said.
you
My I
again.
love you. Like just I'm driving here and I'm stressed.
And
Whatever.
you're boring, babe.
No. If she hears this, she's gonna be pissed.
He loves you. He's joking. He told me he loves you.
I did.
He said he gets nightmares when he touches
That's jokes.
you.
But like, if I'm like one day I go to work, like she didn't go to work that day, like she called out or whatever, and I'm driving home and it was like a stressful day, I'll drive home and and it's just like my brain knows where I'm going, it knows what it's seeing,
An
and
autopilot.
it's just like autopilot. Like happens all the fucking time. I don't know why, but it does. Yeah, guys, I'm on the road with you. Not there, but I'm there.
Yeah,
Watch for this
dude.
turn signal, bitch.
Yeah, dude. I wonder. Well, I guess for you, I wonder if it's because we're into cars and we like driving. So driving is just a natural thing. For me, obviously, I drive for a living, and I've driven for a living for I don't even know how long now, 4 or 5 years, something like that. Um, so it's just like secondhand, like going to a bend, like over Mount Hood and everything. I can close my eyes and go over the mountain because I've done it so often.
I I think there's some kind of truth to it. I think it's just for me is the route from my work so ingrained in my head. I could just I could draw it on a map, like just from memory. And I think even like my brain is kind of like by pictures. So I'm just going visually by what it looks like. And I'll notice on my route if something's different and it'll like kind of really catch my attention.
You'll
But
be like, hey, this is
that's
not right.
different. Like
Yeah.
but like I only if I'm like driving unsafely on closed course in my um that's when I'm like there's like no shot. I'm daydreaming, but if I know a road like the back of my hand, yeah, I like the Lackawanna Lake curves, I could because I've
Yeah.
done it so many times. The only thing that keeps me focused is other because that
Oh,
one
for
time that
sure.
kid almost fucking plowed into me before
Yeah,
I went to
yeah.
California.
Shit.
Good, crazy, but like yeah,
You guys like daydream when you're driving when it's like heavy traffic too, or no?
I will. It'll just come on. Yeah,
mm,
but I how do I think it's just because naturally I'm like I know exactly how traffic's gonna react. I'm not one of those weirdos that's 5 fucking inches away from the bumper in
uh,
front of me.
Oh yeah, I fucking back.
if I will do it if like I've been around the cars that I've been around for a while and I'm comfortable with how they're moving. But I'm very attentive to my mirrors. So if I see a car moving away, I don't like it, then that's when I'm like, I don't
I
have
guess it
time.
depends on the area for
Yeah.
me too. Uh, like like if I went to like Roseburg and there was a shit ton of traffic, which that doesn't happen, but if for some reason it did, no, I don't think I'd be able to because it's not an area I'm familiar with, so I don't know how the traffic is
Mm.
going to react. Whereas like Portland, even though it's really heavy, I know roughly how the traffic is going to react, which is stupid. They're going to react
Oh yeah.
stupidly.
Yeah. So mine is all depending on the people around me, especially if I'm in the car. If it's like a lot of people around me, it all depends on how they're reacting to things and how they're moving through the traffic. If everyone's kind of actually, you can tell they're paying attention and they're not like trying to race around shit, that's when I'm probably more liable to like relax. But if there's people doing a bunch of crazy shit, I'm locked in.
Even rain and snow, I don't really have a problem. But ice, I start really paying attention when it's icy.
I think for snow for me, I'm pretty attentive because I just don't have like a crazy amount of experience in snow. Like I've never gone and fucked around. snow, like on purpose.
It's fun.
Every time I've driven in
fun.
snow, it was fine. Like it had to happen. Like
Yeah.
I had to go to work, or I had to go pick up my girlfriend or some shit like that. Like it had. It's never been like, oh, I'm gonna go fuck around and just fucking
See
see what I
happens.
can do.
You
You know?
should.
Like,
It's a good way
I,
to learn how to
yeah,
drive in the weather.
like I've never had the, like I've never had the what free income to just not care what happens to my
Yeah, the
vehicle.
fucking
Yeah, I can't just be like, oh, let me just fucking whip this bitch, and if I slide into a pool, fuck it, I'll get a new one. Like,
I'll
yeah, no.
drop 15,000.
And I'll ask daddy for 15K. You know, buy me a new M4. No, like, so I'm never like, if I'm doing something like that, I'm not fucking.
Yeah.
But for you guys are drivers, professional.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah. I mess around a lot in the snow with big rigs. I know that sounds terrible.
He's hauling 20,000 gallons of fuel behind you.
And that's only 11,500 most of the time.
Oh,
But
sorry.
yeah, and 105,000 pounds. But and it's mainly to see what will happen to the truck. I obviously don't do it on the fucking highway or like in town. But if I'm at like our truck stops where it's just giant open area, yeah, I'll try flooring it. I'll try sliding it just to see what the truck's gonna do. So that way, if I ever have a situation where that happens unexpectedly, I will know how to react, and I know what the truck's gonna do.
60-0 test on black ice.
Yeah, shit. We freaking when it's bad, we don't even put our lift axle down, even though we're legally supposed to,
Okay.
and so that way we have as much weight as possible on the drive, because that will give us a shit ton of traction. Plus, if we have a lift axle down, it'll push up the steer axle, so it makes it harder to steer.
What's the lift axle?
You will probably never see them.
Is that the tire, like the extra tire on the side right there?
Yeah, that's up.
Yeah, that's up that you could drop down. That's what that is? Okay.
Yeah. Some trailers have them, and then trucks can also have them. There's all.
Never used that truck.
I have a button for it. Anyways, guys, I think that's a good place to wrap up. We went for a long time because I could talk literally all day about dreams because they're so fascinating. But thank you guys for listening and watching if you're on YouTube. Any advice for today?
Advice for the day is PTSD. Seek counseling. Talk to a therapist. Talk to a psychologist. That is very serious. And I feel like we don't talk about mental illness enough in America.
Yeah. PTSD is not just war stuff. It can be literally anything. All kinds of stuff. But yeah, get help for that, or at least talk to somebody, even if it's a friend, about like stuff that keeps recurring in your head, even if it's just a dream that keeps recurring. But that's everything I got. Let us know down in the comments if you're on YouTube or whatever else that you can comment on your thoughts and what kind of dreams you've had and what your opinions on dreams are. If you even think they're real, you're one of those weird people that doesn't ever dream.
Never dream.
Lose your
Badass.
dream.
Billy Badass over here don't dream.
Never dream.
Never cried either.
Never cried. Never shed one tear.
No, don't eat pussy either.
All right. See you guys later.
Later.